This is Adrian with Optics Force, and today we're going to tell you the difference between the Vortex Strike Eagle and the Vortex Venom scopes. If you're looking for a new scope, you may have seen that Vortex has tons of options, and you may be wondering, how do you choose the best one for you? I'm so glad you asked. Well, today we're going to compare two of their more popular offerings, the Strike Eagle and the Venom. We're going to look at how they're similar, how they're different, and hopefully that helps you decide. The first decision you have to make when buying a scope is what objective lens size are you looking for and what magnification range. The Venom line has three options: 1 to 6 by 24, 3 to 15 by 44, and 5 to 25 by 56. Where the Strike Eagle has four. There are two options in 1 to 8 by 24. Then you have your 3 to 18 by 44 and your 5 to 25 by 56. For this video, I chose the two middle range scopes, so the comparison would be pretty close. This is the Vortex Venom 3 to 15 by 44 and the Strike Eagle 3 to 18 by 44. The first thing you'll notice is the Venom has a significantly lower price point than the Strike Eagle. But why is that, and is it worth it? Hopefully, I'm going to answer that for you. Before we get into that, I want to tell you how these scopes are similar. I already mentioned they both have a 44mm objective lens. They also both have a 34mm tube, allowing for greater light transmission, especially in those dusk and dawn times. These two scopes also have first focal plane reticles, which means that as you zoom in and out, the size of that reticle is going to change. Whereas the second focal plane, the reticle size stays the same no matter what magnification you're at. When purchasing either scope, you can choose the reticle in MRAD or in MOA, and it's etched into the glass for greater clarity. As far as adjusting your zero, they both have exposed, elevated, and capped windage turrets. Plus, they both have what Vortex calls the rev stop feature on the elevation turret. So if you've dialed it for a long range shot, you can quickly get back to your absolute zero. And with the included throw lever you can attach on that zoom area, you can make those adjustments really quickly. Finally, both scopes are constructed of anodized aircraft grade aluminum with an Armortech coating for durability and are nitrogen purged for that fog proof and waterproofness. They're also made from a single piece tube. These features give them better alignment and strength. Now that we've covered the similarities, where are the differences between the two? As you can see, they are almost basically the same size. The Venom is 1/10 of an inch longer and 1/10 of an inch wider. And as far as weight, the Venom is about 2 ounces heavier. So there's not really a significant difference in terms of size or weight. Eye relief is another crucial factor when it comes to especially shooting heavier caliber rifles. The eye relief difference on these, again, is basically 1/10 of an inch. So probably not enough to make a huge difference. There are also very slight differences in the field of view, but again, not so significant that I think it's really going to stand out when you're using it in the field. Now we get to what is probably the most significant difference between the two, and one of the ones that increases that price point. The Strike Eagle is an illuminated reticle, whereas the Venom is not. When speaking of the reticle, we also need to talk about the adjustability. The Venom has a maximum elevation adjustment of 124 MOA, which is going to get you more than what you need to shoot out to 1,000 yards or better. The Strike Eagle does have 154 MOA as its adjustability. These differences, obviously, that's more significant, but if most of your shots are going to be closer in, then you have to decide if that difference matters to you. Now, as far as clarity and focus, I sat down with these one day side by side, went back and forth just to see if I could tell a noticeable difference. It was a really clear, sunny day, and my first impression is that there wasn't a big difference in the image that I was seeing. Now, I would be interested to take these out in low light conditions or bad weather and see if there is a difference there in those situations. But as I could tell, in good quality conditions, they were about the same to me. One of the most significant differences between these two scopes is in the price point. MSRP on the Venom is $650, while the MSRP on the Strike Eagle is $1,100. And the two major factors in that are the increased magnification range with the Strike Eagle, as well as the fact that the Strike Eagle's reticle is illuminated. If those things matter to you, then you probably want to go Strike Eagle. If they don't, you may want to take a look at the Venom. Ultimately, the choice is yours. The good news is, here at Optics Force, both of these are available. So happy shopping!